Welcome students. In today's lecture we will study the 12th topic, class 12th topic, electrical properties of solids. Electrical properties of solids. Solids. And if time remained, then we will also discuss today the magnetic properties of solids too. But first we discuss the electrical properties of solids. So students, I think you know what is electricity. What is electricity? To understand the electrical properties of solids, first we will have to know what is electricity. So electricity is the flow of charges. Electricity is the flow of electrical power or charges. Electricity is the flow of electrical power or charges. It is energy, and electricity is a secondary type of energy. It is not a primary type of energy. We should understand what is primary type of energy and what is secondary type of energy. Primary type of energy is nuclear energy. Primary type of energy is energy obtained from fuels. What does just secondary energy? Electricity is a secondary energy. Why? Because it is the transformation of the energy. It is not directly found in nature. It is the transformation of energy. It is transformed from one source of energy to another source of energy. So it is a secondary type of energy, is electrical energy, and it is non-renewable. If once electricity is used, then you can't get again it. So what is electrical properties of solids? As you know students, all solids do not conduct electricity. All solids do not conduct electricity. Why? What are the reasons behind it? The reason is behind this that they have the different properties. It may have free electrons, it may not have free electrons. If they have free electrons, then electricity can be conducted, and if they not have free electrons, then electricity will not able to conduct. So on the basis of electrical conductivity, solids can be divided into three categories. Solids can be divided into three categories. First, conductors. First, conductors. Second can be insulators. Third can be, what will be the third? Third can be second is insulators. And third is semiconductors. We will study one by one what are the conductors, what is insulators, and what are semiconductors. First we will study the conductors. What are the conductors? Those solid which can allow to pass electricity through them. Those solids which can give permission to pass electricity through them are called conductors. And conductors, the conductivity range will be, what are the conductors? Those solids which allow to conduct electricity through them. And the electricity, what will be the electric conductivity range? And the conductivity range of these conductivity range will be 10 the power 6 to 10 the power 8, 10 the power 6 to 10 the power 8 ohm inverse, centimeter inverse. This is the conductivity range. So the conductors are two types. So first, What are the conductors? Those solids which allow to pass electricity through them are conductors. The conductivity range will be 10 to the power 6 to 10 to the power 8 ohm inverse, centimeter inverse. It will be the conductivity range. And conductors are mainly two types. Conductors are mainly two types. So conductors are mainly two types. Which type of conductors? First, metallic conductors. First, metallic conductors. And second, electrolytic conductors. Electrolytic conductors. So we will stand one by one. What is electrical conductors and what is metallic conductors? Metallic conductors are electric conductors. Those have free electrons. Those have free electrons. Electricity passes due to free electrons. Electricity passes due to free electrons in metallic conductor. And what are electrolytic conductors? In electrolytic conductors, electricity passes or conduct electricity due to free ions. So in metallic conductors, metals conduct electricity due to presence of free electrons, and in electrolytic conductors, the conductors conduct electricity due to free ions. Here electrons and here ions. Another important thing should be noted that metallic conductors conduct electricity only metallic conductors are good conductors in solid state as well as in molten state. They are good conductors in solid state as well as molten state. But electrolytic conductors are good conductors only in molten state but not solid state. Only in molten state, not in solid state. If the electrolytic conductors are in solid state, they are not able to conduct the electricity. Why? Because in solid state, the ions in the solution will not be free. Suppose NaCl, sodium negative. Those ions will not be free to move. If the ions will not be free to move, then electricity could not be passed through the electrolytic conductors. But metallic conductors can conduct electricity in solid state as well as in molten state. For example, iron, copper, aluminum, etc. are the examples of metallic conductors. And ionic conductors are NaCl, potassium bromide, KCl. These are the ionic conductors, because here electricity conduct due to the presence of ions and here electricity conduct due to the presence of electrons. And now we study what will be the effect of temperature. What will be the effect of temperature? What will be the effect of temperature on metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors? So we can understand the conductivity of metallic conductors. The conductivity of metallic conductors decreases while increasing the temperature. While increasing the temperature, the metallic conductors' conductivity will be decreased. Why? Reason behind this? So reason behind this is that suppose this is the electrons. This is the metal conductor and this is electron, and in between electrons here presence of kernels. Here presence of kernels. These are the kernels, or you can say positive charge ions. When suppose this is metallic conductor, if the temperature will increase, then the kernels will vibrate. The kernels will vibrate on its position, and if the kernels vibrate, then the flow of electrons will affect it, or the flow of electrons will disturb it. The flow of electrons will be disturbed when the heat increase or the temperature increase. Why? Because kernels will vibrate on its positions. That's why on increasing temperature, metallic conductors are not good conductors on increasing temperature. So that's why in summer, there will be lot of problem of electricity in spite of winter. In winter, electricity will not create problem. Transformers will work smoothly, but in summer season we already noticed that there will be a lot of problem in the flow of electricity, because the electricity flow are in metals and wires, and here this problem creates, and that's why while increasing temperature, the electricity will be disturbed in metallic conductors. And what will be the effect of temperature on electrolytic conductors? On increasing temperature, electricity or conductivity of electrolytic conductors will also increase. Why this will happen? So in metallic conductors, when the temperature given, the electricity, the ions, free ions will move more rapidly, and if the movement of ions will be increase, then the conductivity will also be increase. So these are the differences between metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Another difference between metallic conductor and electrolytic conductors is in metallic conductor, while conducting electricity, there is no chemical change. While in electrolytic conductors, while conducting the electricity, there is chemical change. Due to chemical change, electricity conduct, while in metallic conductors, there is no chemical change occurs. Now we will discuss so these are the properties of conductors and types of conductors. So conductors are two types: metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. Now we will discuss insulators or bad conductors. As its name showing that bad conductors, they will not able to conduct electricity, or very poorly they will conduct the electricity. So these are called insulators or bad conductors. And need not to study more in this topic. Just we understand the electrical conductivity range. 10 power minus 12 ohm inverse centimeter inverse. Here you see the conductivity range in minus. So they have not able to conduct electricity. Insulators are bad conductors. Now we will talk about semiconductors. Semiconductors are those solids whose conductivity lies between conductors and insulators. These solids show the property between the insulators and the conductors. Semiconductors are not completely conductors and not completely insulators. They are lies between insulator and conductors. So the conductivity range of semiconductors conductivity range is 10 to the power 2 to 10 to the power minus 12, 10 to the power 2 to 10 to the power minus 9 ohm inverse centimeter inverse. This is the conductivity range of semiconductors. And the example of semiconductors, examples are germanium, silicon, germanium, silicon are the examples of semiconductors. And what are the insulators? Wood. Examples of insulators: wood, plastic, etc. These are the examples of insulators. And this is the example of semiconductor. Germanium, silicon are the examples of semiconductors. And what will be the effect of temperature on semiconductors? While increasing the temperature, the conductivity of semiconductors will also increase. And semiconductors are two types. First type is intrinsic semiconductor. And those extrinsic semiconductors. Intrinsic or extrinsic. Intrinsic semiconductors are pure semiconductors. And extrinsic semiconductors, what are? Extrinsic semiconductors are those conductors in which foreign materials is added to increase the conductivity. So these are impure semiconductors. They are impure semiconductors and they are pure semiconductors. And a term doping is used in semiconductors. So what is the term doping? Doping is a process of adding foreign impurities to increase the conductance of semiconductors is called doping, and impurities thus are called dopant. Those impurities which are added in the semiconductors are called dopant, and the process that is known as doping. So what is the doping process? We will understand the process in which foreign impurities is added to the semiconductors. Okay students, for today's class time is over. Now we will have to end the video, and we will continue in the next video what is the next topics. Thank you students.